okay? Closing the circle. What it means, close the circle. In my opinion, this is last years and last decades, in Artisan Bakery, we have improved a lot the final part of the process, okay? We ferment better than our parents. We ferment longer than our parents. Also, scientifically, we know what happened during this fermentation. For example, we know that during this fermentation, millions of yeasts, millions of bacteria works a lot to transform completely the dough and becomes more digestible, more tasty, okay? We know it and we make it. Also, we have a great variety of products, okay? We have a lot of different kind of breads with different raw materials. We have improved it. But for me, it's the moment to turn around and to start to connect more with the raw materials, okay? To know more the origin of our materials, who has grown this flour, how it's grown, how it's milled, okay? Finally, is the wine industry did 2 or 3 decades ago, okay? They, 20, 30 years ago, they start to control the whole process. They control the raising until the field to the customer, okay? Faré molt ràpid, hablaré en castellano muy rápido. Al final, este concepto de cerrar el círculo, yo creo que es importante entender cuál es la razón. La razón es, fermentamos mejor, fermentamos más tiempo, sabemos científicamente qué sucede en la fermentación, que es una transformación fantástica. O sea, nos hemos centrado en el proceso final, pero en cambio puede ser el momento de empezar a mirar atrás, de empezar a mirar al origen de nuestro producto. Y esto lo ha hecho, lo sabemos, la industria, por ejemplo, del vino hace 20, 30 años, y ahora mismo no se entiende una bodega sin controlar de principio a fin todo el proceso, del campo hasta la mesa del consumidor. Okay, but Jordi, what it means? It means that we have to buy a field, we have to become farmers, we have to buy a mill, we have to become millers, we have to make all the bread with special flours, no more white flour. No, this is not the idea. Bueno, if someone of you is crazy and want to do it, I'm here to help him. But the principal idea is to start to make links, to make partnerships with, for example, with the farmers. You can find farmers in your zone, okay, proximity, even farmers that they don't want to grow cereal. In my zone in Catalonia, the majority of the fields are or abandoned or to make animal feed. They prefer because it's more rentable, okay? It's more productive than human wheat, okay? You can convince them to make wheat for the bakers, for your bakery. How you convince it? Explain the project, and above all, I say, I'm going to buy you all the crop, okay? And I'm going to adapt to this crop. Also, you can make partnership with the mills. You can go to your usual mill or mills of your zone, and you can start to say, okay, we can mill this small batch of flour, of wheat, okay, this special wheat. We can make small batches to take more fleshly flour. Work with fresh flour is amazing. I work with it, and it's an amazing experience. The taste and the smell of the bread change completely, for example. And also, the third thing is farmer, millers, and the third thing, for me, the most important, you have to change your mentality. Usually, the bakers, we used to ask regular flours, regular, strong flours, okay? We want the flour has to adapt to me. And when you work in this way, you have to change this idea. It's completely the opposite. You have to adapt to the flour because natural, the natural flour is not regular, okay? And then you have to change the way to knead. For example, in my bakery, every batch is different, every batch. and then I have to change the kneading time. I have to change the bulk fermentation time, more folds, less folds, ¿ok? Pequeño resumen en castellano. A la práctica, cerrar el círculo significa empezar a tener links, empezar a conocer agricultores de la zona, lo más próximos, y convencerlos para plantar trigos que tú quieres. Muchas veces, por ejemplo en Cataluña, lo sabéis, hay bastantes catalanes, tenemos un problema que muchos agricultores prefieren cultivar trigo para consumo animal que no para panaderos. Pues a estas personas las tenemos que convencer. Al final ellos quieren un tema productivo. Podemos ir ahí, asegurarles que lo que vamos a plantar nos lo vamos a quedar nosotros y empezar a cambiar esta mentalidad. Agricultores, lo mismo con molinos. Ir a los molineros y pedirles que hagan pequeños lots, pequeñas producciones de esos trigos. Empezar a trabajar con harinas más frescas, que empiecen a trabajar trigos de la zona. Incluso la harina blanca puede ser de proximidad, no tiene que estar comprada en la otra punta del mundo. Y por último, cambiar nuestra mentalidad, ¿no? Ese chip de que la harina se tiene que adaptar al panadero, no. Cuando trabajamos de esta manera, es el panadero que se tiene que adaptar a la harina. Okay, now we can explain how we do it, okay? how we do it in La Espigador. First of all, I present you, La Espigador is our family bakery in Vilanova. Vilanova is a city near Barcelona. Mediterranean Sea, it's amazing to live there. Okay, and then I'm the 5th generation. There is the 4th generation, my father, and then we are since 1888, a little bit of years. We are in Vilanova. We have 5 bakeries. Also, we bring the bread in a lot of gastronomic restaurants of Barcelona, great restaurants, and we have a project in Andorra. You know, Andorra is the mule country of Pyrenees. Okay, it's amazing too. And all we production is organic and fermented with sourdough, obviously. For me, I'm crazy for the sourdough fermentation, but it's not the point of this speech, okay? For one time in my life, I don't speak about sourdough. Okay, since 8 years ago, we have a mill. We mill of our whole flour, toda nuestra harina integral, okay? It's not a small quantity. Almost 40% of our total flour is milled for us, okay? For me, it's a good point. Usually bakers make the special breads, okay, well done, special flours, and the normal one. And for me, it's important to become all the breads special, okay? It's important not only for the people that can pay on a special bread, and the normal one is only white flour, fast fermentation, no, okay? This meal, we use all wet wheat varieties, okay, of farmers of the zone. Rápid en castellà. Desde hace 8 años nosotros tenemos el molino, nos hacemos todas las harinas integrales, todas, que no son pocas, y es casi un 40% del total de nuestra producción, son estas harinas, porque intentamos que en todos los panes y pastelería, bollería, haya una parte de esa harina. Desde un 10%, que es casi anecdótico, hasta un 30, 50 o 100% de la harina, ¿ok? El molino se alimenta pues, de trigos antiguos de agricultores de la zona. But the third step, fermenting, milling, and farmer. The third step is for also 6 or 8 years ago, we start to plant our wheat, but was in a small fields, okay, and that's a little bit of precary. Since 2 years ago, has arrived Masturat. Masturat is a little bit our dream come true, okay? Masturat is a field that was abandoned in Vilanova, because there is a very big urbanistic pressure. People don't want to crop, don't plant wheat. People prefer to make a building, okay? And we want to change that. Masturat, we expect to make for 40,000 kilos of ancient wheats. We expect when the drought finish, because, for example, the last year doesn't rain nothing. Was the worst year in the history of our zone. You have to think that I plant 20 hectares, and finally I have 1 kilo of wheat. Was really terrible. But I hope that this year will change, because the last week I plant a part of my field, and tomorrow when I arrive in Barcelona, we plant the other one. Because yesterday, rain, finally in Barcelona. Okay? Molt ràpid. Nosotros, como hemos dicho, hace casi 2 años conseguimos este proyecto en Masturrat, que es una finca en Vilanova que está abandonada, como con todas estas zonas metropolitanas. Hay mucha más presión urbanística, la gente prefiere no plantar, sino esperar a que construyan edificios, ¿no? En tu zona es mucho más rentable. Y la conseguimos. Esperamos algún día poder llegar a una producción de unos 40.000 kilos de trigos antiguos, cuando se termine la sequía y cuando por fin llueva, porque el año pasado fue terrible. Okay, the most important thing of the speech now. How? We work in a kind of agriculture called regenerative. You know, above all, 2 kinds of agriculture. The conventional one, okay, the normal one. The conventional is intensive in fuel energy, okay? Because you have to work continuously the soil. You have to till the soil continuously. You have to put fertilizers, and these fertilizers are made with energy, with fuel energy. You have to put herbicides, you have to put plaguicides, and this kind of agriculture that at the moment is so cheap, this not has future, because the climate change is in the house. And then there is another kind of agriculture, is a kind of a upgrade of the organic one, because you have to respect the soil. You have to keep, to maintain, and to increase the life of the soil and the fertility of the soil. And how to do it? First of all, you have to reduce the work in the soil, less tearing, even until eliminate completely tearing the soil. It's not fast, okay? We need 3, 4, or 5 years to arrive at this point. It depends on the rain, okay? Also, keep the soil covered of grass more time as possible, okay? The grass, when you have the soil covered of grass, you have studied that on a school. Photosynthesis, no? Photosynthesis, the plant take the sun energy, and take the CO2, the carbon of the air, of the atmosphere, to grow the plant and to put it on the soil in form of material, of organic material. For this reason, when you increase the organic material on the soils, we are a very valuable agent to fight against the climate change. So really, the bakers, obviously the farmers, but when the bakers ask to the farmers this kind of agriculture, we are a very important agent to fight against the climate change. Rápido en castellano. ¿Cómo hacemos esta agricultura? Hay un tipo de agricultura que se llama regenerativa. Conocemos la convencional, la agricultura convencional, que es la clásica. Mucho trabajo de la tierra, continuamente labrados, poner luego fertilizantes, pesticidas, herbicidas. Todo esto hasta ahora ha ido muy bien, nos ha dado mucha comida y muy económica, pero a cambio de una cosa, que se llama combustibles fósiles. Sin combustibles fósiles baratos esto no funciona, porque todo está hecho mediante combustible fósil. Hay otro tipo de agricultura que va más allá de la orgánica, de la ecológica incluso, que es la regenerativa. En la regenerativa no solo te digo, no pongas química en tu campo, sino que encima te digo, empieza a trabajar menos tu campo, no lo estés labrando continuamente, empieza a dejarlo siempre cubierto. Cuando tú cubres tu campo con hierba, esta hierba, por la fotosíntesis que hemos estudiado de pequeños en la escuela, lo que hace es pasar CO2 de la atmósfera al interior de nuestra tierra. Por lo tanto, el panadero, dependiendo de sus decisiones, puede llegar a ser un agente clarísimo que luche contra el cambio climático. ¿Vale? Esto creo que es una fuerza de venta que tenemos importantísima con el cliente. Okay, and why? I said you before. First of all, to reduce the CO2 footprint, but not only the CO2 footprint. You can even capture this CO2 to the soil. There is some papers that say that if all the soils, all the fields in the world increase 1 or 2% the material organic amount, we can take out all the dioxide of carbon that human beings have put there since to the Revolución Industrial, que no sé, Industrial Revolution, okay? Also, to become more resilient for climate change, I said you. And another thing important, recover and promote ancient varieties of wheat. If you want, I have 8 minutes, I can speak in this. This is an extra content, okay, of the speech, but it's free, and then, wait, bye-bye, this is L'Espigador, our team. If you want to be more practice, do you see? Now I'm gonna write the evolution of the wheats. It's amazing, and a lot of bakers, we don't know much how is the evolution of the wheats. For example, if you go to a restaurant and the sommelier say you, okay, this is a wine made from raisins, you're gonna say, what are you doing, no? Please, what kind of raisin? And then with the bread, it's normal. It's made with wheat. But wheat is one of the most evoluted vegetables than there is, ¿no? Si fuéramos a un restaurante y un sommelier nos dijera, hey, te voy a servir vino y está hecho de uvas, dirías, qué locura, ¿no? En cambio, el trigo es seguramente la planta más evolucionada de la historia de la humanidad y nunca nos preguntamos qué variedad tenemos. Muy rápido, son consejos prácticos, tips, okay, for a baker. The most, you have to say me, the time, if I am time, the most ancient wheat is Triticum monococcum. You know that all the wheats are Triticum. The name is Triticum, and the surname is monococcum. Triticum monococcum. This is the most ancient. The human beings of Paleolithic, 15,000 years ago, they eat this wheat. Okay? In Germany is Einkorn. Yeah? Einkorn. In Spanish also is pequeña espelta. Triticum monococcum, el más ancestral. O sea, tus tatarabuelos de hace 15.000 años comían esto. Okay? This is a diploid. All of are red. Okay? AA. They have 2 couples of chromosomes. They have married with a kind of grass, Aegilops speltoides. It doesn't matter. ¿Vale? Se casó con una hierba, pero esto no importa. And they have a daughter. Okay? Triticum dicoccum. Dicoccum. Triticum dicoccum is also known as emer, you know emer, or in Spanish, espelta gemela, the twin spelta. Okay? Triticum dicoccum, it's more evoluted. The plants has the property of polyploidy. Polyploidy means that they bring the genoma of his father and the genoma of his mother, and they los suman, ¿vale? No sé cómo decirlo. AABB, and then the daughter is AABB. This is a diploid. This is our hexaploid. Sorry. Tetraploid. Okay. This is very important, okay? Because we know that a meal as ancient is and easier of... Joder, es que no los explicaré, perdonar en inglés, pero bueno, after I'm going to explain you. Okay, dicoccum. Dicoccum has cousins, you know cousins? For example, the hard wheat, you know Triticum durum? Triticum durum is to make semola, to make pasta, okay? Triticum durum is this kind of wheat. It's a tetraploid, but is a cousin of the dicoccum. Also, kamut. You know kamut, I'm sure. Kamut is a brand. Is a mark of a wheat. But the name is Triticum turgidum turanicum. It's a little bit difficult, no? Also, you can say kamut with C, without K, okay? And then, that's okay. Okay, durum or turgidum. Also, the dicoccum was married with another grass. Another one, I don't remember the name. And they have another daughters. Triticum aestivum. This is the wheat that you eat every day. Triticum aestivum is the normal one, the modern one. Triticum aestivum is diploid, tetraploid, hexaploid. Hexaploid. because it's AA, BB, DD. Okay, Triticum aestivum has a lot of ancient varieties as spelta. You know Triticum spelta, that is very famous. Spelta is Dinkel, no? In German, Dinkel. Spelta, Triticum spelta. A lot of autochthon wheats that at 60s or 70s, they finish. Because the modern, no, we say la revolución verde, the green revolution, arrive and say to the farmer, okay, take out these ancient wheats and plant the new ones. Okay? Más o menos a los años 50, 60 llegó la revolución verde y le dijo a los agricultores de cada zona que plantaban trigos autóctonos de esa zona, eran trigos altos, adaptados, les dijo, hey, basta de plantar estos trigos y empieza a plantar los modernos. Los modernos habitualmente eran cruces de trigos antiguos con trigos asiáticos, mucho más pequeños y productivos. Y llegaron los trigos modernos, ¿ok? The modern ones, ¿ok? Just to finish, tips, consejos para amasar esto. When a farmer comes you to take a new wheat and he doesn't know the name of this or the family of the wheat, what you have to do? First of all, ask him how is the la espiga, how is the wheat? Is tall? Is short? If it's short, it's a modern wheat. Si la espiga es corta, es un trigo moderno. Si la espiga es alta o media, es un trigo antiguo. Okay? Short, modern wheat, tall, ancient wheat. First. Second thing, you have to beat. 1 minute. You have to beat the wheat, the grain. If the grain is hard, is this kind of here. And then is like a durum, like a kamut. You have to knead a little bit more, to knead more kneading, more autolysis time, okay? If it's soft and the wheat is tall, could be this kind of here. Tips, less kneading time. You know that an ancient wheat doesn't need, you can make with the hands, okay? Consejos, amasar poquísimo. A más antiguo sea un trigo, amasar menos. More bulk fermentation, okay? They need a big bulk fermentation. Gran fermentación en bloque. Más antiguo es un trigo, más fermentación en bloque. More folds, más pliegues, okay? And for me, the last tip, the most important tip for me is never over ferment. Nunca sobrefermentéis. El pan con este tipo de harinas tiene que entrar joven en el horno y ahí explotar. Okay? This kind of bread, never over ferment it. Okay? This kind of bread rise on the oven. Okay? The oven spring, not in the roof. ¿Cómo es fermentadora? Roof. ¿Fermentadora? ¿Cómo es? Proofing box. Okay. Proofing room. Okay. That's all. To final, we have an amazing and very beautiful job. Okay. For me, it's the biggest transformation of gastronomy. There is not any other transformation as a bakery. And then enjoy it and respect the soil because it's the most important thing for our job. Thank you. Okay.
Danke, yeah. Thank you very much for this amazing presentation. Are there any questions? We have a couple of minutes maybe to answer your questions. Are there any here in the plenary? No?
No.
It looks like you really answered all of them.
Thank you.
So very, very good. So we have another presentation now from a guy from Portugal, so from Spain to Portugal.
Ooh.
And you can stay here in our speakers area. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you.
Bye-bye.